apparel. It's apparel now.
My favorite 7 days of the year. You could do it, you could do it.
So we paying homage, so it only makes sense that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, of course.
It only makes sense that I pay homage to him first. This is DJ's song, but more importantly, this is my uncle. Growing up in the house, it was nothing but music. Seeing him on the turntable, seeing him do his thing, watching him on TV. A lot of people talk about it, you know, they touch on the topic, but I definitely wanted to put it in perspective and make it real for y'all. Of how legendary he is. And we're in the season of paying homage and giving people their flowers. We definitely got to give him his flowers. Definitely. It's DJ's song. You still got to inspire, you know? They blind, deaf, and dumb. But,
yeah, that's triple darkness.
Reign Supreme, we about to hit him with a classic.
No post office, go see Mel. If your wig awful, go see Mel. You try and holler at them joints with they shape all nice. Well, I ain't trying to holler back unless you shape up right. You need a lineup that's real sharp. Come to Pine and Belmont. I speak and pay homage to East New York's finest. When they leave out that door, a smile is on them. A couple bucks get you cut, now you styling on them. Blissy. Big Mel.
What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
All right, long time.
Still around? Big Mel. Hey, what's up?
Good to see you. How's everything going?
Yeah, good.
Long time no see.
I know. Good to catch you, though. Yeah, I definitely wanted to, you know, give you flowers today.
Okay.
I made this. I'm making apparel now this year, so
Nice.
yeah, that's for you.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Hold on. I'm about to take off the finally Mel.
This is the Kwanzaa edition, so it's all about unity, paying homage to the legends. This is an East New York legend right here, and not only that, he does a lot for the community. So it's brothers like this that keep the good in the community going. Everybody from the town knows if they have anything going on, they can always come through the Mel's Barbershop, do promo, put their posters up, put their flyers in here. Like, he's just always shows love. And he's a real dude too. So anything he got going on, we definitely need to support that. Mel, you have a website where they could support your book. It didn't come out yet, but...
Yeah, it's out.
Oh, it's out. Okay.
Yeah. MelvinWalker.com.
Spelled regular. We'll definitely throw the link up too in the box down low, so you'll see it down there. So Mel, what is that book? Like, if you want to give them a little piece of what it's about, so they know what they're gonna buy.
You want to know what it is?
Yeah,
well,
let us know.
Actually, it's a true story. It's my life story. I started out, if you look at the pictures, this is when I first came to East New York. That was my first house cut. This is my first shop cut. So you can imagine how young I was back then. I probably was like in my 20s. I'm 60 and a half now. But thank God, God bless. When I first came to East New York, it was when I seen the ad in the newspaper. I was trying to find a job, and the lady out here was hiring, so I came to her, and that's what started me. But I was released from prison, and the book is about me being falsely accused, right, and basically still trying to find a way to come back into society.
Yeah.
You know, I'm looking for job after job after job, no skills, no training. Nobody's showing me how to get to a trade school. Nobody educated me or nothing. I was just thrown out, I felt like I was just thrown out into the wolves. Yeah. You know, just a young man like that, just trying to find his way. So the parole officers didn't even help.
And that story happens often too.
It happens often, and it's still happening. But I was grateful that in prison, I was still, even though I was falsely accused, I was still blessed. God still blessed me with a skill and a time, which was this. I didn't know that at the time that this right here was the gift that God gave me to keep me on for life. That would basically bless me with my whole family, you know, because I raised my whole family off of these clippers, you know, and kept me out of jail. And this was the blessing from God. What else I wanted to tell you?
That's deep. I mean, that right there is deep. And for people that are trying to re-enter society, because I hear this is a common complaint. When they get out, there's not too many of those places or people or organizations, or they may not have direction to get to them. So you see brothers like Mel, he's always inspirational. So maybe by reading his book, you can get inspired and, you know, kind of think outside the box a little bit on how you can reconnect into society. Because I know, like, even programs and stuff, when they come home, like Medicaid, it takes time. You know, like, there's a time period before they can actually get it. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I wasn't taught that. Like, right now, I wish I would have met a person like you back then. That somebody could have guided me into Medicaid, all that. I didn't have none of that. You know, I didn't have none of that till probably 12 years later. Where would my life have been? You know?
That's true.
But as a young man, what the book is really educating is how many times I fell down and got back up. I kept falling down and getting back up. I was working place to place to place. And, you know, I just want to be able to touch one of these young people's lives out here when they read the book, because I've been out here for over 35 years cutting hair. I've seen how the young man from different projects ran in here and asked me for help. Some people running from gangs coming here asking me for help. Some people running when I get out of gangs looking for help so they won't get caught up in the prison system. So this is what the book is about. You know, I don't want to give too much, but that's what the book is. And it's a true story.
I'll support the book. Definitely make sure you support the book. This is East New York's own, and even the work he does in the community is helping the world, you know, over the course of years. I mean, this man stayed consistent. So it was only right that I came here with this being a season to pay homage.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, I gotta show the world my peoples. You know, you go other places in the world and it's like, you know, I want them to know about it. So, thank you for always having your door open. And
I wanna just say I salute you.
Thank you.
Because you, as a young person, always out here doing your thing. You're motivating the young people, and you're not just motivating the young. You're motivating everybody. You're motivating the older generation, parents, senior citizens. I see you doing your thing with everybody. You're feeding. You also feed the homeless too.
Yes.
So you know, I salute you, and I have to say this: Christmas is in 2 weeks. We're in a pandemic right now. Because we're in a pandemic, there's a food shortage going on. In a few weeks, the truck's going to stop delivering because people don't have the COVID shots. So people don't have nothing to eat. So I want to thank Queen Busy for coming here today, giving me help, but letting the world know what we're doing out here in East New York. And what is Black Lives Matter? Black Lives Matter to me is not a black people. Every time somebody say Black Lives Matter, you got to go out there and just march. March because you feel like you have to march and break up stores and all. That's not Black Lives Matter to me. Black Lives Matter is you see somebody in your family that got a business, support them. Support that black man or support that black lady, that black woman. Because you know why? That same woman that got that business might have 4 other workers working in that store. That's 4 other families being fed. So that money that's generated in that business is feeding your own community. We have our tax dollars, we have our money, we give it to every other nationality out here, and they spend within their community. So Black Lives Matter is us supporting us too.
Yes.
And I salute you.
Yes, thank you. Likewise, yes. The work has to be done before, during, and after. You just can't be reactionary. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're not done yet though. You already know how we do it. Reign Supreme, Queen Blizzy. We just interested in DJ Son, how he started out DJing. I mean, I've heard already on YouTube a couple of stories, but the accurate, way of...
Well, how I started?
Yeah.
I used to see the dudes outside DJing, so I figured I had to do that. I used to go to the jams. I was like this little kid or whatever, maybe out there DJing and all of that. So I would always go behind the ropes or whatever. I'm like this little dude. They used to kick me out. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Go ride your bike. I'm like, I ain't got no bike. They go ride your skates. I ain't got no skates. They're like, yo, shorty, just get from behind here. You know what I mean? I always end up back there. After a while, they like this. Yo, shorty, pass me that right there, man. Pass me that record right there. I give them the records. That's how I started. I started out with a phonograph and a tape recorder. I would tape the music onto the tape recorder, and then I had the phonograph and mess with the volume, messed up my mother turntable in the house. The same way a lot of people.
Then you upgraded to the turntables?
Yeah, after a while. When I started when I was probably about 10, around 9 and 10. So then by the time I was 13, I had a set. It was cheap, but I had one. And we used to do that and be DJing, and then, some dudes from the hood, they used to let your father hold their turntables, and me and him used to be DJing with those, we was like these little dudes. So that's how I started.
And the DJ ended up taking you all around the world. I remember seeing you on like a Saturday Night Live, like the TV morning shows, and y'all be going to different countries and everything.
Yeah.
So it's like that was always legendary seeing that coming up.
Oh yeah, that was fun. Like doing stuff like that, DJing for certain artists or whatever. When I first started DJing for artists, I was DJing for one of the first blind MCs. He was blind. I used to DJ for him. He had a deal on Tommy Boy Records, and I did that. Then it all progressed. As years went down, I DJed for Rakim. I DJed I did a set with Ronnie DeVoe before.
You also produce. You made beats.
Yeah, I made beats. I did my first records. The first records I did, I produced them. It was independently, but I did those, whatever.
And you got a plaque for
the Rakim joint when we did.
Nice,
when I was DJing for Rakim, I got two
plaques.
Two for that, yeah. And So
also, you have people interested in your story and they want to see whatever you're gonna have coming up. If maybe they can follow you, Facebook or Instagram or Twitter.
DJ Son on Twitter, the real DJ Son on Instagram. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Living legends. This the type of stuff that the culture is really made of, and we just keep growing anyway. So it's like we want to see what he's grown into from then to now, and the skill. Like you actually respectable DJ with actually cutting up on the turntables, like real vinyl. Tunnel was a legendary spot, and you used to rock out at the Tunnel.
Well, I did shows there. I did shows there.
Star Street.
I hung out in there a few times. I used to go there and hang out, but I really didn't really like hanging out too much like that unless I was DJing.
So how'd you get in the mix with like Biz Markie and Red Alert? Was that at the Tunnel?
No. I first met them at Latin Quarters.
Latin Quarters.
in Latin Quarters when I was a little kid. I didn't even belong in no club.
So what they doing?
I was too young, but I used to. That's when I first met them guys. Yeah, but that was because of Lumumba. You know what I mean? So I was under.
They introduced you to the game.
Yeah, I was basically under parental guidance.
A lot of people don't know too. Spinderella's from East New York too.
Yeah, for pig houses.
Just East New York.
Yeah, me and her man at the time, my man AD, we used to always be going at it. We used to always be going at it all the time. He come to the house, he DJing. I go to his house. We be DJing and stuff like that.
Don't post it though, because we gotta look at it.
Definitely. And also another one.
No, let somebody else
used
take
to
it.
come
So this shit here.
crib.
Mel, take this for us.
He's from East New York too.
Oh yeah, Plaza. From Plaza. He used to beatbox back in the days.
A lot of people don't know he's from East New York. Some people think he's from Bed-Stuy.
Yeah,
What's
he's
that?
from East New York.
Old Dirty Bastard.
Oh.
We all went to school together. We all went to 214. We was like
Nice.
little kids and stuff. Yeah,
So for 2022, are people going to be able to book you or?
well, if they want to, you can book me. The real DJ song.
You're going to see a snippet too. We're going to put a clip up.
Damn, you know, press up on that weed too.
Oh, you
Don't
seen
post that. Just keep that in your person. Keep that for your person.
I gotta send you that then. Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know. Send me the link. Let me see it.
Definitely. So yeah, there you have it. And listen, this is just like a few stories of many. So this is definitely somebody you want to follow. Look for more content, all authentic, and just see him work, man. See him rock. DJ Son. So that's different and classic. So,
Yeah, that's dope, Doc. Yeah.
So I just wanted to take this time on to pay homage to you,
Right. Okay.
and like you said earlier, where my musical background comes from.
Oh, yeah.
Growing up in the house, you know, this is what I grew up in the house in. So it definitely and it also puts it in perspective. Like I was telling E on the way here, sometimes you see an artist and you can hear music from them, but if you don't have any perspective on why is that artist saying that or why they that way, so things like this is also will help put things into perspective for what made Queen Blizzy, you know. And
you grew up around
this
it.
is
You
the
grew up around it all your
foundation
life.
right
All your
here.
life.
Definitely. And hopefully we'll have because we going into the new year, we should have some stuff coming up. Like everybody just needs to get out there. You know, you feel the energy out there. So East New York, Cyprus, we have a lot of stuff. Everybody's busy. So definitely stay tuned in. I already see everybody's watching on YouTube. We're glad to give you something authentic. The real people that you talking about, you get to hear it straight from their mouth. So
That's right.
definitely, thank you.